So this is a Swift Freestyle S6 TD. Going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. In front of the van you've got the jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll take you through all this in person here on site. Front locker. You have your gas bottle tie downs. Gas bottle has been put on to demonstrate the gas system. So you've got two gas bottle tie downs in the right hand side. Your gas bottle in the centre here with the gas valve on top and reverse thread footment going into the front of the bottle. So if you use a barbecue for instance, it'll be very much the same idea. And then your gas regulator up on the bulkhead. Down this side of the van, down the far side of the van, you've got the wind down leg to stabilise the caravan when the caravan's in use and on site. You would never lift the caravan with the wind down legs as it could potentially damage the floor of the caravan if you did. You've then got the trim heating flue, which you need to leave uncovered at all times. Never ever cover it up or put anything against it as it does get warm when the heating and hot water systems are being used on board the van. You've then got your water pump connection. Very simply pull it back and push it in to connect to the van. Then the pickup pipe drops down inside the aqua roll itself. Battery box and mains power lead coming in, as you can see, and motor mover power switch behind there. The motor mover will demonstrate in person here on site. You can release, if you wanted to during the winter, you can disconnect one of the battery terminals just so it doesn't have a continuous circuit on the battery. So when you're not using the van, it doesn't drain the battery down completely. As I said, motor mover will come back to. Wheel nuts we talked while you're here on site again to the correct manufacturer setting, and we'll do that in front of you so you can see they have been actually done and carried out as you'd expect them to be. Toilet flush tank on the side of the van. You'll open this up and it will take 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. In the bottom, you've got your toilet waste cassette, so you'd open up the locker door. You'll have a yellow handle at the bottom that you'll pull up, or orange handle, sorry, you'll pull up and pull the cassette towards you. On top there'll be a neck that turns out 90 degrees, and on the back of the cassette you'll see an orange button. You press that orange button in when you're tipping the waste away, so this waste doesn't spit and splatter back at you. Then got your storage locker for underneath the bunks at the rear of the caravan, so you can open it up and you can access the storage facility just through there, through the window, sorry, through that locker there. You'll be able to lift up the bed also from the inside to access the storage underneath it from the inside of the van. Rear of the caravan, you've got your wind down legs to stabilise the caravan again, and again they are only there for stabilising, not lifting the caravan off the ground. You've then got your fridge vents on the side of the caravan. They're there for allowing hot air out the back of the fridge unit and also taking in some cooler, and behind one of them there's also a gas flue for the gas operation of the fridge. Coming to the inside of the van now. A very simple caravan to use. So above the door you've got your main control panel, so you've got power on, you've got your indicators to let you know you've got power coming into the caravan from the power post into the caravan, and if you connect to the car you'll have an orange dot on the car and a green light on the caravan. Leisure battery voltage on the left hand side, and if you connect it to the car it'll bring up the charge rate from the car, so it'll bring up a volt level to let you know how much power is coming into the van from the vehicle you're towing with. First thing you're going to do is, before you do anything else on board the van, is fill the water system up. So you're going to connect the aqua roll on the outside, as you've already seen. You're then going to come underneath the seat on the right hand side at the front of the van. And you're going to make sure the yellow drain down valve underneath the seat is parallel with the floor, so in the position it is now. If that valve was upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, it would actually drain all of the water out of the system. And you would need to do this for winter storage or when you're not using the caravan. If you left water in the system, it could potentially freeze the water system up and crack the whole of the water system on board the van as it freezes over winter storage. So like I said, once that valve is parallel with the floor, you can start to fill the water system up. What you'll simply do is come over to each tap on board the caravan, open all the taps up on the hot side, and then you'll come to the control panel by the door, so all the taps need to be open on the hot side like I said. You'll then come to the control panel above the door and hit the water pump button just here. The water system will then start filling up, and once the water system's full you'll have water running out of every tap continuously on board the caravan. So as you can see, now the water's running continuously. You can shut all of the taps off and you can start warming the water on board the caravan. Now above the door, there's two ways of doing this. So you've got the control panel here on the right hand side that warms the water system. So you've got the option to run 40 degrees of water temperature on electric and 60 degrees of water temperature on electric. So you spin the dial to the relevant one here, to the water temperature you want the caravan to be at, and it'll allow the water system to start warming up. If you want to use the water system on gas, you can also do that. So that's gas on its own. Then down the bottom here, gas, it'll go to the highest temperature, it'll go to 60 degrees. And then you've got gas and electric as a power source, so it boosts the system when you need it to. So essentially when you turn on the tap, it'll boost on the electric and the gas at the same time. But that's your gas and water option. Oh, one thing I should say is if it does ignite on gas, you'll get a green light appear just here. And if it fails to ignite, you'll have the green light on, but also the red light on this side as well. On the opposite side just here, you've got your control for the heating on board the caravan. So you've got your heating on 500 watts, heating on 1000 watts, sorry. Gas operation solely. Electric and gas at the same time, so 500 watts and gas, and then 1000 watts and gas at the same time. So depending on what site you're on, you'll select the relevant power source down the side here to how much power you have coming to the caravan from the caravan site you are on. Control the temperature of the heater. Once you've got the heater turned on this side, you control the heater on this dial in the centre between 1 and 5. Next thing we go to on board this caravan is the fridge system. If you have any questions on the heating and hot water, sorry, when you do arrive here on site, if you have any questions on the heating and hot water, please don't hesitate to ask, as it is a little bit difficult to understand on that control panel. However, once you get used to it, it is very simple to use. Fridge, you've got power on just here, so you get your power on and off. So you press and hold to turn it off, press and hold to turn the fridge on. At the moment we're connected to mains power and the fridge temperature is in a mid setting, so it's not completely cold but it's not warm either. Press and hold the power button to change the power source you want to use, and then you can use the arrows. So you've got 12 volt mode for when you're towing down the road, so the fridge works as a cool box. You've then got gas operation, so the 12 volt mode will only work if you're connected to a car that you're towing with. And once you've got the car connected, you need to come inside, you leave the control panel off above the door. Come inside, turn the fridge on, and then you'll select the 12 volt mode on the control panel. So you press and hold the grey button again, and go to the 12 volt mode, and to select it, you press the grey button. The temperature control on 12 volt mode is completely irrelevant because it is simply working as a cool box powered by the 12 volt system from the car. And to set the temperature, hit the grey button and it will set the power source and the temperature of the fridge at the same time. Like I said, it doesn't work on the 12 volt mode, just demonstrate how it works on the rest of them. So we're just going to go over to gas now, so you can see the gas option. So you've got gas there, press the grey button. If it ignites on gas, the control panel will stay solid green as it is now. If it fails to ignite, it'll actually flash the green gas symbol just here at you, and it'll also come up with a red warning light on this end as well. Go back to 12 volt, 240 mode to show you again. 240 mode, select temperature control and select the temperature. Fridge is then kicked in and working as it should. Microwave, hob, grill and oven, all very self-explanatory, work very much the same as your household appliances, no difference at all there. You just essentially connect the gas bottle up, get the gas through to the hob, because that's the last point on the gas system in the whole caravan. So I would advise, before you ignite anything else on gas inside the caravan, to ignite the hob first, just so, like I said, it gets the gas through to every component on board the van. In the bathroom, the last thing we're going to go through on the inside of the caravan, operation wise, you've got an electric flush on the toilet system, just here. You've got a full indicator light for the toilet waste cassette, so that light there will illuminate red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat does turn for your convenience, so you've got it going straight, so you can turn it different directions as you can see, and then going straight across the van as you'd expect it to. One thing to remember is, when you are emptying the toilet waste cassette from underneath the caravan, you need to make sure the toilet seat is pointing straight across the caravan towards the door itself. The reason being is, if it's not, it has two lockout tabs on it, and it will lock the toilet seat in place rather than allowing the toilet cassette to be removed. Underneath the toilet, you have the grey waste handle. That grey waste handle will need to be pushed across. as you can see, to allow the toilet waste to go into the cassette under the van. Also, if that is open, it will not allow you to remove the cassette, so when you are removing the cassette or when you finish using glue, you need to make sure the silver handle is in the position it's in now. So that's the Swift Freestyle S6 TD. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to call us here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We thank you for the business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site when you collect your caravan soon. Thank you for now. Bye bye.